Join us and discover beautiful beaches, rugged landscapes, pretty towns, desolate mountain ranges that sweep down to stunning lakes, unique architecture, history and folklore, no shamrocks, no shillelaghs, and definitely no shenanigans, just naked Ireland. Today's film takes us to the Irish Museum of Modern Art in Dublin, or IMMA as it's abbreviated. Once past these imposing gates, we have a long walk up the drive to the museum building. You might guess, in fact, that this incredible building you're about to see didn't start life out as a museum at all. In fact, it was originally the Royal Hospital Killmainham, and a very fine building built in the 17th century, in 1684 to be exact. God, he's driving very fast. Why are all these people walking so funny? The building's original purpose was to house retired soldiers, and it did just that for nearly 250 years. What you're looking at is the oldest classical building in Ireland. It was, as you may have guessed, modelled on Les Invalides in Paris. It also has a close likeness to its sister building, the Royal Hospital Chelsea. So here we are at the main entrance archway into the museum, and as we emerge on the courtyard side, we see just how spectacular a building this is with its classical colonnade. After this building was handed over to the Irish Free State in 1922, it was to become the Garda headquarters between 1930 and 1950. For those watching from outside Ireland, the Garda is the Irish police force. The building was restored between 1980 and 1984, and IMMA took up residence here in 1990. As we walk into the main reception foyer, you can see that the architects have deliberately sought to make a clear distinction between the old 17th century fabric of the building and the new interiors, which I think works very well. IMMA also has a residency programme which allows artists, both Irish and international, to work on the site and to have a relationship with the museum. I believe these buildings house the residents. Again, this is another example of the sympathetic restoration programme that was deployed here. As we go back inside again, we can appreciate the successful blend of old and new architecture. And on the first floor, as you might expect in a museum, you have a large gift shop. And then we make our way to some of the gallery spaces. My purpose today is to show you the building itself rather than individual artworks. After all, exhibitions are continually changing, and any artworks I might show you may not be here when you visit the gallery. But I just have to say something about this epic artwork that really caught my imagination while I was here. It's by the artist Shane Cullen, that's entitled Fragments sur les institutions républicaines, created between 1993 and 1997. At a first glance, this didn't impress me, aside from its sheer imposing scale. It's comprised of 96 large panels inscribed with the contents of communications smuggled in and out of the Maze prison by Republican prisoners and their colleagues on the outside during the period of the Republican hunger strikes. If this period of Irish history is unknown to you, then maybe you can investigate it if it's of interest. There's no scope in this film for me to elaborate on it. But the thing I found impressive about this artwork was the fact that each of these individual panels has the text painted on by hand in a font to look like official government documents. It's truly a work of epic proportion and with meticulous attention to detail. So I guess this is the purpose of IMMA, to bring these great works to the attention of the public, local and international. Back out of the gallery space again, and we're afforded this beautiful view over the courtyard and of the 17th century chapel. And the people walking across the yard offer us some sense of scale. I'm now downstairs again and walking along the colonnade to visit another exhibition that I found fascinating, and so I'll speak very briefly about it. After all, it's pointless trying to appreciate the artworks in this video. You need to see them for yourself, obviously. So I'm merely trying to give you an idea of the kind of thing that IMMA does. This exhibition, entitled Revenants, is by Kevin Mooney and is housed in a number of smaller spaces and has a very clever concept. Since Ireland was colonised for such a long period, Mooney points to the fact that its art history is full of gaps, either because of poverty, famine, or mass emigration, or because of the fact that its story simply wasn't told by the institutions of power. In this exhibition, Mooney reconstructs a fictional art history, including works by invented artists. He imagines here what this lost art of the Irish diaspora might have been. I just thought this was such an inventive and intriguing way to create a large body of work, and again it demonstrates the importance of IMMA and being able to exhibit such things. Finally, every museum has a cafe, and IMMA's cafe is particularly striking, housed as it is in this converted basement area of the old hospital. So that's a brief look at the Irish Museum of Modern Art. If you found this film interesting or informative, please give it a like, and of course subscribe to encourage the creation of other films. Hit the bell button to get a reminder when a new film is uploaded. Feel free also to share the film with friends and family who may be interested. Otherwise, that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next Naked Ireland video.